Alright, here's how I doubled my testosterone. And let's get into the first thing, which is I started being more competitive. Something that really helps with being more competitive is getting into sports or having a friend who you compete with all the time or just having a very competitive mindset. Because testosterone was made for competition. Competition for mates, competition for getting women. Right? And when you simulate like any type of competitive environment, because you might understand this already, girls are not really that competitive. Like, you ever realize this? Like, girls, like, sure they play sports and stuff like, but like there's a difference between like how women and men play sports, how we like as boys acted, like the stuff that we chose to do when we were kids instead of what women chose to do. Instead of what little girls, like when we were little boys, just think about this. We were always competing against each other. We were always like horse playing, pushing each other around. And the teachers had to make us stop because apparently that's bad, but that's actually a good thing. It's just that society never taught us how to like channel this energy for good things, right? Society never taught us that, oh, being competitive is a good thing. Like, doing these things is a good thing. It's healthy, especially for men. Like, now we just gotta like teach ourselves how to properly use this energy to be a good contribution to humanity and not be a bad one. Because I'm telling you this right now, the times when I feel the most alive, when I feel like top of like at the top, I'm talking like where I feel like I'm doing like something that's so good for me is when I'm competing. That's when I feel like I'm like in the zone, like fully immersed in the zone, and that's when I'm playing sports, especially sports that are more like, physical. That you going against someone else. Track and field, I'm not gonna lie to you, is like I like the sport, but it's like it's missing something. Like, I'm telling you this right now, I'm a sprinter, right? My main thing is track and field, but I'm telling you right now, the times when I feel more alive is, yes, when I do track and field, because when I win races and stuff like that, I just feel in my brain, I'm like, I'm the fucking dog. I dominated this race. Yeah, it gives you a boost in testosterone, but like it's always like kind of the physical sports. Like, it doesn't really have to be a physical sport. I'm telling you right now, as long as you're being a competitive, like you have a competitive mindset. But I'm telling you, like, I don't know if it's just me, but when I lately that I've been playing sports, I've been more trash talking and I'm like more competitive and all those things. When I play basketball, when I play like volleyball with my friends or stuff like that, I feel like more competitive. And it doesn't have to be like any of the sports that I just mentioned. You can get in different types of sport, but all the sports that I play like three different sports, and then I do weightlifting on the side, and all of them, you gotta be competitive. Like, I'm telling you right now, if you just change your mindset to be more competitive, wanting more, meaning when you want more like status, you want to seek, like you want to get better than everybody else. That's being competitive, and there's nothing wrong with this, of like wanting to be better than everybody else. This mindset, it keeps you off the streets if you think about it. If you want to be better than someone who's at like prestigious, who's actually high in like success, and I'm not talking about like criminal type of success, but I'm talking about like real success. That keeps you away from the streets because you'll do things that are not like, you know, that are not um, illegal. You won't do things that are illegal. You'll do things that are legal, and you'll do good things, and to compete with someone else, you're gonna have the passion to work harder than them. But it's this. You have to be more competitive. Like, this literally doubled my testosterone. Like, ever since I started competing more in sports, in different areas of my life as well. Like, yeah, like competing for a bunch of things. I can't really give you an example because like the biggest one for me, competition wise, it's sports. It's like one of the biggest one. Also with my friend, like when I say having a friend who you compete with your friend who gets like the better grades, who gets the who 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 makes the shot first in basketball, something like that. Have a friend who you can compete with, because I have a friend who I compete with whenever we get a chance to see each other. Whenever we get to hang around. But if you don't have that, start like changing something about this today. Like, start becoming more competitive, and video games do not count. Here's the thing: in a weird way, video games have hijacked your competitiveness and your masculinity through making you seek status in the virtual world, but video games are not going to cut it. You need to do stuff in the real world in order for it to actually work. If you want your life to actually, you want to double your actual testosterone, you have to compete in real life. You have to be competitive constantly, every single day, competing, because this is what's going to keep you up on your feet. Testosterone was made for competing for mates again, and if you have this mindset of oh, if I win this, I get more girls, and that's just part of the mindset. There's a whole spectrum of part of your mindset of becoming a high testosterone man, competing, all those things, because competition feels good, especially when you have high levels of testosterone. But over time, it's going to increase your testosterone, even if you have low testosterone right now. If you start just competing, craving competition, craving winning, and sometimes you're going to lose. I'm not saying not, but as long as you compete, here's the thing, and it's just a separate point, but whenever we play basketball and we go up against a challenge, I'm talking about a team that's actually matching our, we're clashing, we're going up in points, and then they beat us again, and then it's just constantly we'll be 20-18, and then it'll be 20-25, and then 26-25, and then we'll just be constantly competing with each other as the teams are colliding. But then there'll be games where I'm just bored as hell. We're winning by 20 points, 30 points. And I'm just bored because I haven't made it the rest of the game a competition. Because for me, competing is the clash of teams. But usually I can become even more competitive, wanting to have more points than my friends on the team, my teammates. That's a different way to have competition. There's different types of ways, but whenever I'm more competitive is when I'm competing against the opposite tribe, the opposite team, the opposite the opponent. For me, it's just something that's just inside of me. This is primal shit, bro. This is things that are primal, and this is how testosterone works. This is one of the biggest reasons why, as men, compared to women, we have our sports team, our favorite sports team, or we go that's literally the reason why we crave men watching combat sports that are more physical in contact. Women don't really care. On average, a woman who's never really been exposed to sports, yeah, sure, she eats clean, she lifts weights, whatever, but she's not really out there just watching sports. And if she's watching sports, is to find the best guy in the sport. There's a different way men watch. We watch in favor of competing and feeling the best, that we chose the best team, or we are in the best team, or we're working, we're the hardest working on the team, or stuff like that, bro. We're competitive. Women, on the other hand, they look at sports, they watch sports to find the best man. No, they'll say it's for entertainment, but it's literally to find the most alpha. That's literally the difference between men and women. This is why you need to be more competitive in order for you to get more girls, bro. I'm telling you. If you want to get more girls, you want to have higher levels of testosterone, you need to compete more. Be competitive. It is a big reason why I've doubled my testosterone in the last 3 years, because I've become more of a competitive guy. I've been more aggressive with life and attacking. I truly believe that. And if you're not like this, you're gonna end up watching porn and just playing video games and being sad. At least for me, if I don't do something, if I don't have something to do in my life, I resort to just scrolling on my phone, playing video games, and that's it. I don't watch porn. I don't do that because I have a girlfriend. But if I don't have something to do, I'm going to resort back to my old habits. No, I can't do that. Right? It's part of my identity not to either way. Because I'm not that type of guy. I'm the type of guy who's always busy, who's always working hard on himself, competing, doing those things constantly. If you start doing these things constantly, your life is already going to improve. Now, before I continue to the rest of the video, by the way, my name is Ricky Cervantes, and I'm here to help you maximize your testosterone, become a strong, confident young man who likes his life, who's competing, who's working hard, but he has a smile in his face while he's enjoying life, while he's working hard on himself, while he's helping other people in his life as well. Those things. That's that's the type of person I am right now, the type of man. I'm trying to help you here. I'm trying to help here in this channel improve the lives of young men just like you. By the way, if you want more videos like this, it's going to help you do that. By the way, I used to be a loser, bro. Just like you. Click that subscribe button. By the way, I used to be like a full-on loser, bro. I used to watch porn, play video games, eat junk food, go to sleep late. Yeah, I was that. And then I became this guy right here. Jacked. confident, successful, popular in this school. Like, if you want some advice, some true advice that's actually gonna help you as a young man, click that subscribe button. Now let's talk about the next thing, which is I started fixing my bad habits. That's the next thing. Being competitive was one. Number two is you need to fix your bad habits. You want to, like, in order for you to actually do this, you actually want to do it. Like, for you to achieve this, like, am I explaining myself clearly? For you to achieve this, fixing your bad habits, you have to actually want to fix your bad habits. You're going to struggle. Yes, I struggled. I wanted to fix my bad habits so much that I actually did it. Right? I did every method that I could. I fixed my sleep routine. I fixed my morning routine. I fixed my diet completely. Like, every now and then, I'm not like gonna lie to you, I eat junk food, right? No one's perfect, but I've improved my diet so much that I don't even crave junk food. Like, the only times that I would eat junk food is if I absolutely, like, am in a social environment where, eating junk food is like, it's okay. Like, you're hanging out with your friends, you're having a good time. That's the only time. I started quitting things. I quit things that destroy your testosterone, and I changed my mindset. I quit porn. I quit video games, all those things, and I started working in the real world. I started actually, like, talking to women in real life, getting my testosterone boost from that, competing with men, competing with other people, changing my mindset, how my brain works, and it's a whole process, bro. It's a whole process. I'm telling you right now, it's a whole process to do this. This is gonna double your testosterone because you're gonna start doing the right habits for your health. Okay. You're going to change your mindset, which is a big thing. And your life is just going to become better. You're literally going to improve your health, your mental health, your physical health, and that is such a good thing. There's nothing wrong. Bro, if you could, it's hard to explain because now that I've been away from, like, the bad habits for such a long time, it's like you get to see the two different sides of the coin. You get to see the depressed side of yourself, like, the one that hates his life, who has nothing to do in his life, who's just depressed, has no purpose, has no reason to really exist. But once you, like, flip the coin and become the type of guy who's working harder than himself, who's working harder than himself, has none of the bad habits, and feels like such a fulfillment inside of himself, that you then see, like, I prefer being in the fulfilled side than being the depressed side. Like, I'm more fulfilled from recording these videos, and this is like a quote-unquote, a lot of people would say, boring habit, instead of, like, I could literally be scrolling on my phone right now. I could be playing video games right now. But I'm not. I'm recording this video because I enjoy recording videos. I enjoy doing these things. Once you get on this type of path, bro, like, that's actually going to improve your life. When you become the high testosterone man, you start working on yourself, you start fixing every area of your life, you start, like, just being happier without doing the quote-unquote fun habits. Like, if you think about it, you've never really been happy by doing these bad habits. Like, just look back, or the next time you do a bad habit, just think about this that I just talked about. You're not really, like, enjoying the habit that you're doing. Like, sure, you get this dopamine rush, you're like, oh, you're hyper, like, active and shit like that, but after the habit ends, you're not grateful for the fact that your older self did that habit, like eating the junk food. The taste only lasts for 5 seconds, and then it goes away, and then you realize, oh, fuck, I'm fucking up my health. This is the difference between delayed gratification and instant gratification. Instant gratification is you get the quote unquote results, or you get the reward right now, but it costs your future. Whereas delayed gratification, you still get the reward. It's just that you go through a little bit of pain, a little bit of suffering in order for you to get the reward, but the reward lasts longer. And it's more fulfilling to actually do that painful habit because you're sacrificing. And I understand it sounds like a sacrifice, but you're actually sacrificing more by doing the bad habits than you are by doing the good habits. This is just an insight that I need to keep, and I'm putting in your mind, bro. Now, before I continue to the last thing, by the way, I have a full-on testosterone ebook that literally teaches you how to quit these bad habits, how to live that competitive lifestyle, how to become that high testosterone young man. I'm telling you right now, You need to go check that out. You need, like, if you actually want to become that type of guy who's competitive, works hard, gets the attraction from girls, you need to click that link in the description and buy that ebook. Like, go check that out. You need to do this, bro. Now let's talk about the last thing, which is getting a lot of sunlight. This is one of the biggest things that lately has changed the game forever, bro. Like, literally, there's studies showing that sunlight literally improves, like, how romantic a couple is when they're more outside in the sunlight. And if you don't know, that plays a huge role in our hormones. Not only is there an increase in serotonin, dopamine, and all those good hormones, there's also a big increase in testosterone. That's how come, like, these couples in the study became more romantic and, more loving, because testosterone makes, it makes us men hornier, and as well as women. It just makes people, because it's a sex hormone, right? It makes you hornier, stronger, it makes you feel better, it makes you feel like more energized as well. So getting sunlight, bro, getting a lot of sunlight. No sunscreen on. Now, here's a disclaimer. Do not get a bunch of sunlight and get yourself burned. There's a proper way to actually expose yourself to sunlight. I'm just saying getting a lot of sunlight because you've probably been indoors for most of your life, bro. And you never go outside. Me, personally, like, at least when it's summertime, I go outside a lot. Like, if you were to see my legs, like, this is the thing. When I was a kid, I used to go outside a lot. And I still actually go outside a lot. Not used to, but, like, ever since a kid, I've been going out a lot in the sun, playing with my cousins or playing with my friends or, just hanging out in the sun. And something I realized is that my legs are literally like my calf side of my leg, like where my knees, like, you know which one I'm talking about, like the shin bone, all like that part, all that area is like dark as hell. And it's been like that since I was a kid. Like, my natural color is apparently like kind of whitish, but since I've been going out more in the sun, like, that color just disappeared completely, and like my legs are just permanently dark. And this is the reason why, like, for me personally, like, I don't get sunburned, because I've gotten my body and skin used to the sun, and also your diet as well. Like, if you're eating a clean diet, you're not eating junk food, seed oils, you're not eating any of those things, it's a lot harder for your, like, skin to get burnt. Like, literally, I don't get burnt. Like, the last time I got burnt was when I was a kid, literally. When I was a kid, that's the last time I got burnt. When I was, like, 9 years old, I think, or 10, somewhere around that age. That's the last time I got, like, sunburnt in my back. And it hurt like hell, but that's literally the last time. Ever since that, I've never gotten sunburned. I've never, like, I'm not even kidding, bro. I go outside in the sun for probably, like, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes even an hour, sometimes 2 hours. Anytime I go to, like, a water park or anything like that, I could be out there for, like, hours and I won't get sunburned. But you have to build up that sun endurance. That's what I'm going to call it. That's what we're going to call it, sun endurance. So how much you can tolerate from the sun. You start off first with 5 minutes, especially if it's summertime right now and you're watching this during the summertime. And if you're not watching it during the summertime, whatever. Download this app called D-Minder. It's literally on the App Store. It's for free, and like, it helps you a lot. It helps you track, like, how much time you can be out in the sun, how much vitamin D you're getting and stuff like that. What time of the day you're getting the right amount of vitamin D, because there's a certain time in the day that you can get vitamin D, and that there's a huge benefit of going out in the sun. So download that app. But if you are not used to going out in the sun, especially if you're white as hell. If you're black, bro, like, you can be out in the sun for as long as you want. But don't use any sunscreen. Start building up your sun endurance. Like, start going out in the sun 5 minutes. Then over time, increase it to 10, 15. Same thing as increasing the weight in the gym. It's the same thing as that. And then after 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. All those things. Like, start building up your sun endurance. Just start doing that. Over time, right? After a couple weeks, months. Like, for me, it literally took me, like, well, I wouldn't even say, like, I started blasting myself with sun the moment that, like, I started going out more in the sun. But yeah, like, make sure you keep this up consistently, because if you don't consistently keep this up, and I'm not talking about, like, you have to do this every single day, but I'm talking, like, you're going out in the sun consistently, like, you're not stopping this, like, going out in the sun. Like, you go outside and be there for, like, 30 minutes, then the next day you're probably out there, like, 10 minutes, whatever. Then the next day you're out 5 minutes, and then again you're back to 30. As long as you're keeping this like kind of consistently, you'll be fine. You're not gonna get sunburn, and you're gonna get the vitamin D that you need. Your testosterone is gonna increase. Like you're literally gonna feel so much better. Like this is the difference between like what happened. Like I was having like this low testosterone problem. Like I wasn't feeling like so great. I was still getting boners in the morning, but ever since I started going out more in the sun, bro, like I started getting raging boners. Like I couldn't even fall asleep, and I like also I was sleeping better. Actually, never mind. I wasn't having trouble falling asleep. I was even sleeping better because sunlight helps your circadian rhythm and stuff like that. Helps you like fall asleep in the right cycle of the sun and all that. That's why I hate school, because you can't even do that. You can't even sleep right. But yeah, I started doing that, and literally I started sleeping better. I started waking up with raging boners, like horny as fuck, and I still am. Ever since I started going out more in the sun. So this is like a big, huge benefit of going out in the sun. So start going out in the sun, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna like there's tons of benefits. Not just like increasing your testosterone and feeling hornier, but also building more muscle. Like literally, there's studies showing that like I'm a sprinter, so I'm just gonna tell you like literally like sprinters run faster when there's sunlight and a lot of vitamin D available versus when it's cold and it's cloudy. Like there's a huge difference in speed. Like literally, like you'll build more muscle from going out in the sun. You're gonna recover faster because the sun reduces something called myostatin, which is like this thing in our body that keeps us from building too much muscle. And when you go out in the sun, the sun reduces myostatin. Pretty good benefit, right? Building more muscle from just going out in the sun. Like literally, go out in the sun, you're gonna build more muscle. You're gonna burn more calories. Like literally, such a good thing for you to do. Now, that's pretty much it for this video, bro. If you're new to the channel, like I said before, my name is Ricky Cervantes. Click that subscribe button if you want more videos like this that are actually going to help you make your life better, gain attraction from women, and, make your life better. I have to repeat that twice because who doesn't want to have a better life? Like, who doesn't? Right? But living a healthy, good life. That's what I'm talking about. Check out my ebook, by the way. Other than that, peace out. It's a hard work, especially if you feel like it, and God bless you.